Let's start. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this webinar on how to successfully create and run a FIWARE iHub. My name is Ángeles Tejado. I am a Senior Marketing and Project Manager at the FIWARE Foundation, and I'm also coordinating some of the activities of the FIWARE iHubs Mission Support Committee. This is the second edition in a series of webinars in which we are inviting 3 FIWARE iHubs from different countries to share with us their experiences, explaining a bit why they decided to join the FIWARE community, how they operate, the challenge they are facing, and also some success factors and achievements. Okay, then, yeah. Let me introduce the 3 FIWARE iHubs that will be today presenting with us. We will have FIWARE Spain, running activities in the province of Badajoz, Spain, IoT Booster from in Saint-Quentin, France, and Arnaldo Castro from the city of Montevideo, Uruguay. Welcome and thanks for joining us today. So the topics of today, we will have a quick look at the FIWARE ambition and why the iHubs network is a key element to achieve our goals. Then we will explain the benefits of being labeled by FIWARE, and also an overview on where we are present in the world, the current footprint of our network. And then we will introduce the stories from our FIWARE iHubs. After this, we will share some hints and tips that may help you if you are interested in joining our community. And finally, some minutes for questions and answers that you may have. So what is our vision and ambition? At FIWARE, we really think that in the current digital realm, there is a clear opportunity to collaborate in the creation of new markets, supporting a smart economy based on smart solutions. Smart means a lot of things, but among others means intelligent layers, being digitally connected, and of course, an intelligent management of data. We really think that there is an opportunity for all of us to join force on the development of open standard APIs and information models that will ensure portability and interoperability of applications. That means creating really smart solutions that can be easily replicated in an affordable way, and of course, avoiding being dependent on single vendors. How we do this, the FIWARE Foundation, the FIWARE community, of course, have the technology. FIWARE offers a collection of open source components that can be used together, and also with other third-party components for the creation of these smart solutions. FIWARE is also developing key standards supporting publication and usage of data, making easy the process, analysis and visualization of context information. That means implementing the smart behavior that we expect in any smart solutions. We have a marketplace built upon this technology, a marketplace with ready-to-use solutions and platforms. All the FIWARE community and the FIWARE members are contributing to this marketplace. And we have a community that works and collaborates to make a meaningful impact in the market and society. Okay, the community is the way in which we partner with people and we reach all the world. Okay, the FIWARE Foundation is in the core, or is the heart of this community, and empowers the community by supporting members' activities and also protecting FIWARE technologies and offerings validation. Okay, oh, sorry. Then why an iHub network? Well, to support innovation, to make a real impact in the market, we need to boost collaboration at local level and between regions. Each FIWARE iHub is a meeting point for startups, SMEs, private companies, public administrations, universities, and research institutions. Each iHub support all these actors in their innovation and digitalization journey by offering an easy access to open source technologies, to FIWARE technologies, supporting growth through business development and leadership through community building activities. So they promote, they create liaisons, and they work very hard at local level, but with this global ambition. Our aim is to build an ecosystem that can be used as a middleware, and this local action is something that we need to achieve this. That is the reason why we are establishing FIWARE iHubs worldwide, and we work all together to promote this technology that we think that may help, as I said, to create this new marketing, these new markets. Okay. Then, oh, sorry. Okay. Then I forgot to say something. It's FIWARE iHub is addressing this innovation needs and challenge in different sectors. When a FIWARE iHub is enabling with our technologies, is because we are at the end answering to the needs that the public administration or different sectors have when approaching this digitalization. So when we are talking about interoperability and standards and this complexity when managing data, all the FIWARE iHub network is helping and supporting at local level. As I said, the FIWARE iHubs are part of the worldwide community. Then they go beyond the regional boundaries, and of course they help their clients to gain global positioning and get this worldwide promotion and also international scalability. So, and then being part of this community, they can benefit from this multi-partner cooperation and reach the markets and have this continuous technical enablement from the FIWARE community side, the group of FIWARE experts, evangelists, and developers adopting and contributing to FIWARE technology. Now, I give the floor to Juanjo Hierro that will explain how an iHub works and what's in for you.
Mm-hmm. So thank you, Angeles. Question is, what is the kind of concrete activities that a FIWARE iHub carries out in a nutshell? Well, for those that are familiar with the concept of digital innovation hub, a FIWARE iHub is not very much different than any digital innovation hub. In that sense, is first of all a meeting point, a place where the community meetups and get together. Is on the other hand a school where the organizations operating the FIWARE iHub bring all the necessary support to allow training of SMEs, companies, universities, public administrations in the local region to train them in everything that they need to learn about what FIWARE brings from not only a technical perspective, but also a business perspective. It is also a lab where products and systems might be validated, where architectures and pilots being brought by members of the community can be tested. It is also a business mentor. So as Angeles was explaining before, FIWARE iHubs as a mission has that of helping particularly SMEs and startups in the local region to develop their business further, and in that respect helping them to reach their markets, to reach potential customers and also potential partners. And last but not least is about community creation. So FIWARE iHubs are the kind of catalyzer of all those activities that really help to nurture the community and make it grow over time. This, in general, might be the kind of activities that any digital innovation hub. But going to the next slide, what, of course, FIWARE iHubs offer are very concrete contents for each of these 5 pillars. So when we talk about a meeting point for the FIWARE community, we are, saying that this will be the preferred place for organizing any kind of event around FIWARE. Whenever the FIWARE Foundation reach a given place and visit and tries to organize whatever activity, their preferred place to be will be the FIWARE iHub, also where we will promote and bring support evangelists to visit. Regarding iHub School, we will providing concrete and reusable training and marketing material that will be useful. We will be bringing support to train the trainers, because our intent is that all this network helps to scale up and foster the adoption of FIWARE. And this means that we have to train those trainers that will be working in each and every iHub, providing the training to the local companies. It will be a lab where we, as FIWARE Foundation, will be providing tools and environments they can use for these validation activities I was mentioning. And we will also try to give and bring a number of dedicated resources and opportunities for iHubs to be able to mentor and support the local companies in the development of the business they have. So to make this thing very concrete, we will be able, for instance, to provide discounts to FIWARE iHubs, to companies that are connected to each of our FIWARE iHubs, discounts in the several world-class events that we are organizing every year, including the FIWARE Summit. We will be using and creating stories and marketing that, and creating marketing material around those success stories. And this is with the ultimate goal of, make all those companies that might be gravitating around you, really feel like rock stars and get a great impact in their target markets. Last but not least, community creation, we were saying, and of course there is a lot of social network activities around FIWARE. We have a great team involved in presence, continuous presence in social networks. We have a number of accounts in different social networks with a great number of followers, and these are channels for you to use to really promote what you are doing, to really promote the companies in your local ecosystem that are using FIWARE and so on. So really bringing very concrete assets to enrich what you are offering. Next slide is next slide, please. The whole vision is that of transforming the FIWARE iHub in really a rock star, as thanks to developing an expertise on technology they can bring to their users to solve the challenges around creation of smart solutions. Is about developing a whole pitch around how to build a sustainable market and bring you, as a FIWARE iHub entity, as a digital innovation hub, really reach excellence worldwide. Next slide. A concrete set of assets at your service. I have already mentioned that, so I will not go through all the elements in this slide, but look, the whole message, the main message I would like to convey is that there are a lot of resources that really have cost a lot of effort to develop. There are behind each of these assets a lot of hours of work by members of the FIWARE community, by members of the FIWARE Foundation staff, and this will be all given to you for free to be able to bring you the necessary instruments to help you develop the ecosystem in your local region. So it's about saving the cost, but going next slide, also giving you opportunities to generate revenues and funding for your sustainability. There are very concrete instruments we are putting in place that are there trying to help you fund the kind of activities you will do as a FIWARE iHub. Here, I want to elaborate on 4 of them that we have decided already to put in place. First of all is the notion of transforming FIWARE iHubs in validation centers. So we run a FIWARE validation center program where FIWARE iHubs will be who have experts certified by the FIWARE Foundation will be able to validate products and will be our operating arms working towards developing this FIWARE marketplace that Angeles introduced. So you as an organization, as a FIWARE iHub, will be the only ones besides the FIWARE Foundation able to validate products and solutions that can be then later be advertised in the FIWARE marketplace. And this is something that you either may use for generating incomes through offering services, or simply is something that may help you to really develop the mission you are committing to deliver in front of a public administration you might be partnering with. Of course, involvement in funded programs. We are quite involved in programs like Horizon 2020 and other national funded programs, and we take FIWARE iHubs as preferred partners whenever we talk about how disseminating activity, how disseminating results, how to engage local companies in, for instance, projects where there might be some sort of cascade funding. This is all something that we bring in place. Base acceleration add-up program is something we are also putting in place. We are creating and we will design this notion of a program, the curriculum of a full FIWARE school for from both business and technical perspective. And this is something we will bring to you so that you can really offer this to other institutions, public administrations, perhaps in order to partner with accelerators and so on. Last but not least, and to finish this part of my presentation, the FIWARE Foundation membership program. What is this? We will reward those FIWARE iHubs that are able to recruit members to the FIWARE Foundation. So one of the measures we will take in place is that for every platinum member that a given FIWARE iHub is able to bring to the FIWARE community, we will give away like 25% of their yearly membership fee in terms of activities that the FIWARE iHub will be able to invoice to the FIWARE Foundation. We are talking about, in the case of platinum member, 100,000 as a yearly membership fee. So 25,000 will be provided to the given FIWARE iHub. In the case of gold members, we are talking about 50% of the membership fee. The very first year they have recruited this member, and 40% for the following years. And this should be a fee that goes from 2,500 till 50,000. And so therefore quite interesting incentives. Same happens for the membership fees of associate members. And this is an activity where, through which we intend that if you are actively involved in the growth of the community, you will be rewarded, you will get direct funding for the kind of activities you are expected to carry out.
Thank you. Then, thank you, Juanjo. Just very quickly, a look into our network and community. We can see here also the members of the FIWARE Foundation represented in the different countries. And yeah, the current footprint or FIWARE iHubs network, we have 18 FIWARE iHubs. We recently welcome a new iHub in Texas and also in Azores and Madeira, and in 18 cities. This is, we have two iHubs, different iHubs in Montevideo, and we have one iHub that has two offices, the one in Andalusia that has offices in Malaga and Seville. We are also working, doing some business development, and we will welcome new iHubs in different regions in the next months. You can see the new locations that we are expecting, and coming soon, Wolfsburg and Greece, Athens. Now I quickly give the floor to FIWARE Space, Daniel Berenguer. Welcome.
Hello. Thanks, Ángeles. Well, my name, as Ángeles said, is Daniel Berenguer. I'm talking on behalf of FIWARE Space, Badajoz, Spain. I hope you hear me well.
Yeah.
Okay, so next, please, Ángeles. Well, everything starts with the project Badajoz Smash, which is a project started back in 2018 by Deputation of Badajoz. And this project aims at digital transformation of the territory by following some specific targets, which are making local administrations more efficient, involve citizens into this transformation process, promote activity and entrepreneurship around technologies and the Internet of Things. Please next, Ángeles. Okay, just to place Badajoz on the map, we are on the west of Spain, very close to Portugal. Next, please. Why? Okay, we are. Sorry, no, I think we missed the precedent slide. Okay, thanks. Why did we choose FIWARE as a technical solution for this project, and why did we decide to open a FIWARE iHub? Well, FIWARE is a standard open platform. It's also a collaborative ecosystem consisting on 18 iHubs worldwide, as Ángeles said before. There is a large collection of IoT agents and clients that can be used in your solutions around the central context broker. FIWARE relies on standard TCP/IP technologies such as HTTP and MQTT. And finally, APIs and tutorials are very well documented and freely available online. As a con, I could say, for example, that the portfolio of compatible solutions is still a bit limited. Please, Ángeles, next. Please, next. Okay, a closer look to Badajoz. Perfect, thanks. Well, we are to start FIWARE iHub, and just to place Badajoz in the Spanish economy, we have just a portion of the GDP of other bigger cities, and our economy is mainly based on services. But we have also a decent industry consisting mainly on small industrial companies. And finally, we have a nice agriculture and ranching activity. Our target audience are mainly technological startups and universities. Badajoz is in fact full of software development companies, software startups, mainly focusing on web development. But we think that this community of software startups could easily join the FIWARE movement in the next years. Please next. Okay, our activity in the last 6 months. Well, firstly, we've been running non-stop our development activity during these months, so that for Promedio, we have completed, for example, the deployment of a wastewater monitoring system, and also another solution for the solid waste pickup department. We ran the IoT challenge last year. This project was started end of last year and finished this year on February, March. This project consists on an open IoT platform for air quality monitoring. We've also been running our regular activity until the pandemic was declared. And finally, due to the pandemic and due to the fact that we had to close our offices and showrooms, we decided to start a list of online webinars for this summer. In case you speak Spanish, in case also you feel interesting or you find interesting any of the online webinars that we are listing in our webpage, I encourage you to subscribe and to attend these webinars. We run an online webinar every Friday. Please next. Well, back to the Respira project. As I said before, it's an open IoT platform for air quality and water quality monitoring. We are receiving data from lots of air quality stations. Most of them come from the administration, but there is also the community who is injecting data to this platform. Please next. The project also consisted in an open hardware design that the community could replicate in order to deploy open, low-cost air quality stations around the territory. Please next. And the achievements of this project are listed here. Well, we are in the process of certifying the IoT platform as a powered by FIWARE platform. The Respira station, the open Respira station, has been also FIWARE ready certified. The IoT platform is receiving data from 30 Respira stations deployed by us and also by the community. We are receiving data from more than 500 European environmental agency stations, which are the official stations deployed by administrations. We are also getting data from 22 IMET stations. IMET is, in fact, our national weather forecasting service. And we are also receiving IoT data from over 60 devices created, designed, created, developed, and deployed by the community. And we have also run 3 workshops around the Respira project. Please next. Well, as I said before, our offices, our showroom are closed, but everything can be visited online. Also, remember about the webinars in case you speak Spanish. Maybe you will find some of them interesting. And that's all. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Daniel. Now I give the floor to Vincent and also, yeah, okay. he will be presenter.
Yes, so good afternoon, everyone. I guess you can see my my slides.
Yeah.
Okay. Our FIWARE hub is located in northern France, and it's operated by an association, non-profit, not-for-profit association of entrepreneurs. It's called FIWARE Numérique, and we are acting as a digital innovation hub. Our main ambition is to create a local innovative community, and also to mutualize means to support the innovation and digital transformation. And we have a focus on Internet of Things in several domains. And that's why we choose, and we had this opportunity to discover the FIWARE technology to support this development of IoT solutions. And that's why we engage as FIWARE iHub in this community. I think we started to work with FIWARE in 2014 already. And our activities, most visible activities, let's say, at local level, is to organize events. Of course, it was mainly what you will see was mainly activities from 2019, because we had physical events. Two main kind of physical events. We have events for developers with workshops and fast prototyping sessions. And in this session, of course, we have the hardware part, but also supported by the FIWARE platform. And another kind of events is more business-oriented for networking and also business development. Less visible activity is that we have developed our own FIWARE platform that is mutualized and used by our local community to develop their solution, and it's part, of course, of our business model. So we offer this platform to our entrepreneurs and SMEs especially. And this platform is also used in our continuous innovation program that we operate at the local level. For instance, last year we have supported more than 20 projects in various domains, from retail to industry, also tourism and sport, like these examples on the screen. A very concrete example of recent achievements. It has been released just last week. It's technical collaboration between a local startup and a global corporate. This corporate is called Rainbird. It's one of the leaders in the watering and irrigation. It comes from the US. And the local startup used the Rainbird technology to propose a new offer to a client. And as it was a requirement, and it was proposed to use FIWARE, so it was necessary to develop NGSI proxy, so FIWARE proxy for the Rainbird platform called AQ4. And then we have supported this development and prototyping. And finally, it was allowed to connect a FIWARE platform to the Rainbird platform. And this has been successful because the startup has closed the deal with his customer, and again, a part of our business model. FIWARE Numérique and the IoT booster FIWARE iHub get a success fee for this achievement. And now, probably the next step and one of our challenge is to push these stakeholders to validate the solution as a FIWARE-ready solution. Another example of achievement, this time related to the public sector. We have supported the city where we are located, so in northern France. The city is called Saint-Quentin, with the building up of a public tender to implement an interoperable platform based on FIWARE. So it was, let's say, a long journey. Started, I think, almost 2 years ago. We started with some experimentation, and then at the beginning of this year, we have worked to structure a public tender and started the public procurement process. And now the announcement of the selected solution will be released in the coming weeks. So probably the implementation will be available very soon. And to support this structure of the public tender, we used global resources like the standard specification for the NGSI API, and also the synchronicity guidebook issued from a European project where the FIWARE Foundation was involved. So it was, again, a global resource that has been used locally to apply the FIWARE technology in a very concrete way. Again, in terms of challenge, probably it's interesting from this experience for us to structure an offer to other cities or public administration having the same approach than the city of Saint-Quentin, which is a mid-sized city. So it's also a specific approach with limited financial means and limited capacity. So probably there is an opportunity and a need from this mid-sized city to get support in their projects for the implementation of such a platform. In terms of global activity, also thanks to our involvement in the FIWARE community, we had the opportunity to contribute to several European projects and initiatives. Also, we are also involved namely in the open and agile smart cities. And all these projects, I will not go through the details, but I'll link to the smart city domain. And regarding this involvement in European projects, for us, it's strategic also to be involved in the Digital Europe program, to be recognized also as a digital innovation hub. So we work also with the regional ecosystem to be part of this future network of DIH. So that's it. That's me on the right side of the picture when I get certified as FIWARE expert in Malaga. So thank you again to FIWARE Zone for organizing this training in Malaga. So it was a pleasure for me. I hope it was also interesting for you to have this feedback from France. Thank you.
Thank you, Vincent. Let me see. Okay. Now, please, I give the floor to Juan Mezzera from Arnaldo Castro. in Montevideo.
So hello everyone, thanks Angeles. I'm come from Arnaldo Castro, a company in Uruguay, Montevideo. I'm here to tell you about what it meant to us to be an iHub. Next one, please. So first, a little introduction about ourselves. We as a country are a small country in Latin America that is slowly implementing new technologies. And a little fact, has a strong agribusiness economy. We as a company were established in 1937. We like to call ourselves technological integrators, design, deploy, and operate data centers. We develop software solutions, industrial solutions. Our headquarters is based in Uruguay, and we have offices in Uruguay, Argentina, and Paraguay. And we as a team are an R&D in IoT team. We have developers with different skill sets, and we like to develop solutions for mainly industrials and smart cities. Next one, please. So a bit about what we've done. We developed our platform, a web application that provides real-time data from a number of sensors. It has the possibility to analyze historical data and configure alerts. And we develop customizable dashboards for different clients. Here on the right, we have a screenshot from one view of the platform that shows in the map the bunch of sensors. We also develop hardware. For example, we develop a power meter that lets you monitor a variety of important or relevant variables from electrical power. As a fact, here in Uruguay, there is one provider that takes care of production and distribution of electrical power, and the most common billing method for enterprises is to charge based on time slots. For example, the power is cheap in the morning and expensive in the hours of known high usage. We had a client that wanted to monitor his power consumption, and we use this power meter to track the consumption in the different time slots. Here in the top chart, you can see that the power is distributed in said slots. In the bottom chart, there's a power versus time chart for the same variables. Next one, please. Here you can see a project we had for a client that was researching the correlation between different variables in water and the formation of different kind of microorganisms. So we used, she had already bought some sensors we had to integrate to our platform. These ones, there are two in these screenshots. I think you can't really see the names, but they are different variables, relevant variables from water, like CO2 or oxygen or those kind of concentrations. Graphics one, please. Following the line of how we developed, we are currently working in a proof of concept for a greenhouse that needed to weigh plants to monitor the growth in early stages. So we developed a weight scale that will transmit data to our platform, so they can closely monitor in real time the weight of the plants. Next one. So as I said before, we like to consider ourselves as integrators. That means that we are always researching solutions from different providers. These solutions could be hardware, like sensors or gateways, or software, like ready solutions. we learned this lesson the hard way, and I want you to understand it as soon as possible. It is impossible to do everything well, like emphasizing in well. In early stages of the team, we tried to reinvent the wheel every time we could. And this meant that we had to develop every sensor we wanted to use, and led to two major problems. The first one was time. Every solution we wanted took a really long time, since we had to find suitable hardware, write firmwares, tests, deploy, all by ourselves. The second problem were bugs. We could not test for every case or environment the hardware was going to be testing. As a success case, I want to tell you about Libelium. Many of you will know it. It's a Spanish company with a strong trajectory in hardware development. They have a wide variety of readily available sensors and a powerful gateway. The project I tell you before about the water monitoring was based on Libelium hardware. At first, we decoded the protocol they used to transmit data, so we could translate it to NGSI. That's the protocol the FIWARE stack uses. But this wasn't enough for us, so we contact them, and we decided we wanted to join the program of clouds. So we developed a cloud connector that's going to be available in the next releases of their gateway, and will send data directly to our cloud. Next one, please. The last project I want to tell about is a Domotics project that is intended to automate offices and residents. It's a powered by FIWARE application that is web-based and lets you control different appliances and monitor the consumption of electrical power. Next one, please. So our roadmap, we like to implement AI solutions, like, for example, in the Domotics project, to really analyze the historical data and to learn about the rules the user sets. We are working on an elderly behavior monitoring for understanding the behavior of elderly and understand if it is normal or abnormal. As robotic solutions, we want to implement a kettle management, like for tracking or automating the gates in the fields. And we like to deploy maintenance 4.0 solutions in industrial plants, monitoring, data analysis, failure predictions, etc. Next one. So I want to tell you about the community. We like to develop our role as an iHub. We try to be technically involved in the community. I don't know if you can see the bottom part of the slide, but that's some changes we made or we proposed to the core of the platform itself. We ran the first international workshop here in Latin America. And now I want to dedicate the last few minutes to tell what it meant for us to be an iHub, what's our business case. So our core of the business is the FIWARE platform. So we like it to be as good as it gets. We try to share it in different clients to let everyone know about the community and the platform itself and the possibilities it gives us. So we, as Angeles said in the beginning, we like to think globally but act locally. That's why we take advantage of every possibility we get to share the community and the platform in clients, in possible clients, in different agencies, government from the States or private. And we had some challenges that we had to face in this process. Like we wanted FIWARE to be adapted as the governmental platform for digital solutions. So we certified the platform for the other iHub here in the country, that is the National Telecommunications Agency. So they can use this platform for every solutions they need. And our success factors were that we could develop a multidisciplinary team from R&D. We have technicians in every kind of business or technology. For example, we have technicians in networks and infrastructures, for backend development, from front-end development, for the hardware and firmware development. We had created an alliance with engineering, that is one of the foundings of FIWARE. And well, the partnership with Libelium also really helped us. So the next one, please. Here ends my part of the presentation. I want to really thank you for participating, and also Angeles and Charlotte that really help us develop this presentation and work really hard for this. Thank you.
Thank you, Juan. Let me just go very quickly. Thank you to all to share your experience. And yeah, we almost spent the hour, so I will just go very quickly through this slide that is showing the steps that you may follow to join us and to start with your activities. If you are interested in implementing, in running a FIWARE iHub, the first thing that I recommend is to visit our website. The Mission Support Committee is managing all the applications. You need to applicate and present your the center that you are willing to use and the activities that you are willing to perform. So there is a complete application form, and of course with guidelines. And then, well, any company willing to run a FIWARE iHub needs to have some kind of vision or mission or ambition, goals with a business model inside. Okay, as I said, the physical space is important, and of course the engagement with your local partners. I repeat that each iHub is a center to put together or to bring the possibility, you know, from the public administrations, the universities and private companies to meet together and work, share the efforts to build something relevant for the digital economy. Then, well, as we said, you may benefit joining us and contributing to the FIWARE mission. Okay, then yeah, here you can see how to contact us. As I said, in the website you have a help desk. We are here, the people from the FIWARE Foundation, me, Charlotte, also our colleagues from the mission support committees to support you. And yeah, let's try together. And I want again to thank you all for participating or attending to this webinar. Okay, now I think that we can dedicate 5 minutes to answer questions, because I think that we have some in the chat, right?